Cars.com Auto Review.
Hi, I'm Bill Jackson with Cars.com, and we're here with the 2010 Infiniti G37 convertible. It's a fun car to drive, it's pretty fast, but it's also easy to live with on a daily basis, and we're going to run you through some of the features that make it that way. Now, the thing to me about a convertible is it has to be nice to drive with the top down, and the Infiniti really is. One of the things I did to test it was take it out on a long highway drive. I was out there for about 4 hours, and the buffeting in the cockpit wasn't that bad. The only thing I noticed was a slight tugging sensation when I was wearing a ball cap, but overall I'd say it's really quite good in this regard. Now, one of the big barriers to driving a convertible with the top down is the weather. It can be too hot or too cold, and Infiniti has tried to come up with an answer for that using the climate control system. Basically, the way it works is when it's cold outside and you have the heater on, the faster you go, the harder the heat blows to keep you warm. The same way when it's hot outside, it works in reverse. The air conditioner kind of dims down the faster you go because you have the air blowing over you. But when you pull up to a stoplight, it blows air conditioning on you more. And I have to say it really worked well. We had this car during a very hot week and I was comfortable the whole time. One thing I would recommend are the optional cooled or ventilated seats. I've been driving this car again and it's been in the 90s, and with the seats on, ventilating, I've been comfortable the whole time. Now, the thing with any convertible or any car really is how practical it is. Now, the thing is with the top down, there's just not a lot of cargo room here, so that could be an issue. The thing is though, when you close the roof, there's actually a fair amount of cargo room. Really though, the way I dealt with that was I just used the rear seat to carry all my stuff when I had the top down. So as long as you're not carrying a lot of people and a lot of things, I think that's the way to go. Now, the final thing about the G37 convertible is it's fun to drive. It's got a 3.7 liter V6 engine and rear wheel drive. You can get it with a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed automatic transmission, and it really moves well. The other thing is it handles pretty well. Now, anytime you chop the roof off the car, it can affect the handling, but overall I was impressed with how performance-oriented the G37 was. And that's the thing that really makes me like this car. I mean, yes, it's convertible, but it's still fun to drive. It's also fairly practical if it's just you and another person who want to take it for weekend trips and can use the rear seat to carry your stuff. And the climate control system is really impressive. Again, it's been really hot, but I never had an issue driving this car in the heat. So I think if you're looking for a convertible that you plan to drive a lot with the top down in a variety of conditions, the G37 should be something you should consider.
For more car-related news, go to Cars.com or our blog, kickingtires.net.